take this. Kulusevski will strike. Can he make this 2? Can he shoot? He can. Oh my goodness. Welcome back everyone and welcome to episode 4 in this Tottenham FIFA 22 career mode. If you didn't see the previous episode, I will put a link in the description below and a link in the top right hand corner so you can take a look. It was an action-packed episode. We had Chelsea, Arsenal, City. We had some Europa Conference League games as well. Unfortunately, we didn't get the best results, particularly at the start of the episode, but by the end, we did beat Arsenal 1-0 in the league, and we also managed to get a Europa Conference League win as well. Unfortunately, Man City did knock us out of the Carabao Cup, so there will be no domestic cup silverware heading to White Hart Lane unless we can win the FA Cup, which I think might be a long shot. But as for this episode, we've got 5 games. We've got Aston Villa at home, we've got Newcastle away, we've got another Europa Conference League game, we've got West Ham away, and we've got United at home. So I think I'll probably look to play look to play Aston Villa at home. I might sim the Newcastle game, I might sim the Europa Conference League game, and then of course I will play West Ham away, and of course play Manchester United at home as well. But before we start to play Aston Villa, let's have a quick look at the standings. You can see we've actually dropped down to 9th in the Premier League. We're on 11 points, but there are a few teams that have played one game more than we have, and Southampton and Newcastle being 2 of those teams. Southampton in 4th place with 13 points, so we are only 2 points behind, and so a win against Aston Villa will take us into the top 4, depending obviously on what the rest of the results are. And Aston Villa actually doing pretty well in 7th. Liverpool though leading the way with 16 points. Chelsea in 2nd on 14, and City in 3rd. Arsenal and Manchester United having a bit of a struggling start to this season. United with 7 games played only got 11 points, sitting in 11th, and Arsenal all the way down in 14th. But that doesn't matter to us. What does matter is where we are, and at the moment we're 9th. Hopefully we can claw our way up into the Champions League places after facing Aston Villa. And with us playing Aston Villa, I am going to keep our strongest 11 out on the field. We've got Lloris in goal, Longley, Dyer and Romero in the centre, Royale and Ryan Sessegnon at wing back. I've got Basuma, Højbjerg and Kulusevski in the midfield, with Son and Kane both leading the line. And you can see Aston Villa have got a 4-4-2 diamond. They've got Martinez in goal, they've got Cash, Konza, Evans and Luca Digne, I should say, can't get my words out, in defence. Nakamba, Sanson, Buendia, Coutinho in midfield, and they've got Watkins and Danny Ings leading the line up front. So let's get started then. Our first game of the episode, another home game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's see how we get on against Aston Villa. Kulusevski into Basuma, looking for the run of Royale, but he was going to be offside. Every time he looks like he's going to be offside. Kane gives it back to Højbjerg, finds Sessegnon. Sessegnon with the drive. Good save from Martinez. I thought, you know what, I end up crossing this quite a lot of the time, and it ends up not going to any of my players, so I thought, you know what, why not just hit it? It's a good strike and a good hand from Martinez because it was going in. So let's see what we can do from this resulting corner. Son's going to throw this one in. Kane is there with the head. It's off the line. Can we get it back? Yes, we can. It's Kulusevski, and we lead 1-0 here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium inside 21 minutes. That is the earliest I think I've scored in a Premier League game, so hopefully that bodes well for the rest of the game. It's a great start from us. Great ball in from Son. Kane managed to find it. I've mentioned before in previous episodes that my corners always seem to go to the smallest man on the pitch. Well, that time it didn't. It went to Harry Kane. He hit the bar. Went back to Kulusevski. He was the first one to react. And fortunately, he did react. And we now lead 1-0. It's his 2nd goal in 7 games. He is very, very happy about it. I'm very happy about it. Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 0. Konza gives it to Cambia. Can we get a challenge in? This looks like Sanson. Coutinho gives it back to Nkambia. He's got all sorts of space. There, Watkins, he has all sorts of space. Do not turn me. He does turn me. That's a great save from Hugo Lloris. Much needed save. Emerson Royale manages to keep it in play. Don't be silly here. Be composed. We are composed. We keep the ball. And that was an interesting opportunity for Aston Villa. They're the best opportunity of the game so far. Unfortunately, we manage to keep them out. And now we are on the counter-attack. Sessegnon, he's going to throw this one in to Harry Kane. That is an absolutely shocking cross. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Maybe I should have just taken on the shot again and maybe try and see if I can win myself a corner. But that is another chance that goes begging for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Aston Villa have the throw here. Luca Digne gives it back to Buendia, gives it to Coutinho, gives it to Ings. Not really heard much of Ings so far in this game, and that is why, because Højbjerg makes a very easy challenge on him as Dyer has it. Gives it to Longley, who finds Sessegnon out wide. Doesn't really have too many options, but gives it infield to Højbjerg. Gives it to Kane. Kane has the option of Emerson Royale out wide. Brings it inside to Kulusevski. Kulusevski will take this. Kulusevski will strike! And it's off the post from Kulusevski. And we will have a corner there. That is an unbelievable strike from Kulusevski. Let's see this again. See the replay. What a strike. Does the goalkeeper get a touch on it? There's no deflection. No, straight against the post. Inches away there from it being his second goal, our second goal. But so far it remains 1-0. Oh, that is a shocker. He's given that away so easily. Williams past the defender. And that is a weird way of defending from Romero. But he's got the job done. He's half got it done. We haven't cleared it. Sanson and Coutinho sticks it in the back of the net. 85 minutes played. Some shocking defending from Spurs. Firstly from the midfielder giving it away. And then the Romero clearance was just, I mean, that was just weird. And we just fall asleep again. We don't manage to clear our lines. It's poor defending. And it's Aston Villa 1, Tottenham 1 here. And from a game that we were pretty much dominating and doing pretty well on, I said our defence was doing really well. Clearly I jinxed it. Horrendous defending. And Aston Villa get the goal back. Aston Villa have it now. Coutinho in a dangerous position here. This is the final attack of the game, surely. We've got to do something. Williams, can he get past Lucas Moura? He can't. And that is that. So a really disappointing result here. 1-1 against Aston Villa. We've got to do better in these situations. We had the win in our grasp. We had numerous opportunities to make it 2-0. We didn't make it count. And then some stupid defending at the end allows Aston Villa to get back in the game. It's 1-1. And it's another 3 points that go begging here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But before we head to our next game against Newcastle, we do actually have a transfer bid. It's from Lazio and it's for Ben Davies. Let's see, what have they offered? They've offered 9.5 mil. Considering his value is 8 mil, that's not too bad. I'm going to try and negotiate, see if I can get upwards of 10 mil. I should be able to. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to hold to skip. They want to sign for 9.5. No, I want to propose a new transfer fee. Let's say, I don't want to go too outrageous. Let's say 13.5. See what they come back with. Let's meet halfway. We can give you a deal of 11.7. Yeah, go on then. Fine, I'll accept that. 11.7. We have a deal. We've got to wait and see, obviously, whether or not he's going to accept the contract. That's another thing. But either way, potentially, Ben Davies on his way out of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. But just as I say he's on his way out, we get another bid, and this time it's for Borussia Dortmund for 9.3. So let's try and negotiate, see what they will give us, see whether or not they can outbid Lazio. 9.3, proposed new transfer fee. You know what, I'm going to go big. Let's go for 15 mil. 15.3, why not? Submit offer, what's the worst that's going to happen? Huge gap. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So I guess that is the Borussia Dortmund deal off the table. So, yeah, if he doesn't accept the Lazio contract, he's staying at Tottenham. And as you will see, he did accept the Lazio contract. So Ben Davies, he is sold for 11.7 mil. I think we also got, I think it was 5% of the potential future revenue for any transfer he makes. So 11.7 mil for Ben Davies. His value was 8 mil. 10 million into the transfer kitty. Not too bad. So he will be gone by the next transfer window. So decent business. I'm pretty happy with that as we head on now to play Newcastle. So here we go then, Newcastle against Spurs away at St James's Park, and you'll see we've kept the usual formation, usual starting lineup. Lloris in goal, Longley, Dyer, Romero in the central defence, Royale and Sessegnon in the wing-back positions, Basuma, Højbjerg and Kulusevski in midfield, Son and Kane up front. And you can see Newcastle have gone 4-5-1. They've got Trippier at right midfield. So interesting choice of midfield you can see there. But they've also got Oxlade-Chamberlain in central midfield. So maybe they've got injuries, I don't know. Or maybe the AI is just being a bit strange. But either way, we are going to quick sim this. So let's see how we get on at St James's Park. And it is a great result at St James's Park. 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. Kane gets on the score sheet. Kulusevski gets on the score sheet, as does Eric Dyer in the 70th minute. So we're scoring more goals with these sim games than we are with the actual played games. So maybe I should just sim every single game. I don't know. But either way, positive result at St James's Park. 3-1 Spurs. Just what we needed after a disappointing result against Aston Villa. And I will take that heading on to our next Europa Conference League game. And as I said, I am going to sim this Europa Conference League game as well. And you'll also see, again, stuck to the normal formation, but I have rotated 10 of my 11 players. I've kept Lloris in goal. He's the only starter that keeps his position. We've got Tanganga, Lacroix and Sanchez in defence. Jed Spence and Perisic come in the wing-back positions. Bentancur, Skip and Brian Hill in midfield with Lucas Moura and Richarlison up front. I definitely think a striker is someone that I need to get in the next transfer window, and possibly a central midfielder if we have enough money as well. So let's see what happens with this quick sim. And it's another game where we score more than one goal. It finishes 2-1 Spurs. Richarlison gets on the score sheet. It's another goal for him in the Europa Conference League. Lucas Moura gets the other one as well. So another positive result. That's 6 points on the board in our Europa Conference League group. Much needed points as well. And it's another game where we pick up another 3 points. So it's another big game in London. It's West Ham away. But before we get into that, we are just going to check out the Premier League standings after that Newcastle game. And you can see it is very, very tight at the top. Liverpool lead the way on 19 points. City second with 18. Chelsea in third with 16. And West Ham, our opponents today, are just above us in fourth. They've got the same points as we do. They've got 15 points, but they have scored more goals for us. So they do have a better goal difference. So unfortunately, they do sit above us. But if we win today, we will climb above them and we will go into fourth position. Manchester United down in 7th and Arsenal still struggling down in 13th. So don't really know what is going on. The things, I can see that Southampton and Everton have started to drop down as well. So things are starting to get a little bit more realistic, starting to take shape a little bit more. But let's hope we can have a positive result against West Ham to get ourselves into the Champions League positions. So it's the usual formation again. Lloris in goal, Longley, Dyer and Romero in the centre-back positions. Royale, Sessegnon in the wing-back positions. Basuma, Højbjerg, Kulusevski and Kane and Son up front. And as for West Ham, they've got Areola in goal. They've gone 4-2-3-1. Can't get my words out. Areola in goal. Johnson at right back, Emerson at left back, Agard and Dawson in the centre, Souček and Paqueta in central midfield, Jared Bowen on the right, Fornals on the left, Cornet in the centre with João Pedro leading the line up front. So going to be a difficult game at the London Stadium. Let's see how we get on. So West Ham to kick us off here, and I've done it again. I've done the same thing that I did against Arsenal, and I've forgotten to change kit. So we are in the purple kit. Yeah, I think this is going to be a bit of a difficult one to see. So again, I apologise. I will make a note. I think that's the only way I'm going to do it. The only way I'm going to be able to remember is just by making a note to change kits, or at least to check what the kits are before I progress to the actual game. But either way, hopefully it won't distract too much, and we will hopefully be able to see some of the players. But yeah, we'll see what happens as Kulusevski picks this up in midfield, goes for the strike again, tries to find Kane, can't find him. Fortunately, Kane was in an offside position anyway, so it wouldn't have gone through to him. But Kane now picks it up, tries to shoot. It's another block from West Ham, and we are all over them as this game starts. Basuma gives it to Kane, trying to find some space. He does find space, tries to get the shot in, but he can't. Kulusevski down to Basuma. I'm looking for angles here. Can he find Son? He can't, but he finds Højbjerg, and Højbjerg's pass is intercepted by Souček. And now West Ham will counter with João Pedro in attack. He's on his own though, but he does still manage to get past Eric Dyer. And next up is Longley, but he can't get past him, and he now takes it back and gives it to Johnson. in right back position. Souček now has it. Can he get past our defender? He cannot, but gives the ball to Kone. And he can't get past Romero. And Basuma will mop that up. Sessegnon looks for the run of Son. Finds the run of Son. Looks for the run of Kane. He finds Kulusevski, sorry. He's going to strike this with his left foot. That's an unbelievable save from the goalkeeper. It comes back off the bar. Kulusevski is an absolute weapon with that left foot. Unbelievable stuff from him. Just couldn't find the back of the net. But we will have another chance. Sessegnon's going to throw this in. Cross isn't good enough, but that is the best chance of the game. Great save from Areola. It still remains, though, annoyingly, West Ham 0, Tottenham 0. But not really too much I can do about it. And how is that not a foul? This is just stupid. No wonder people get frustrated with this game. Ridiculous decisions going on here with the AI. Don't really know what is going on. But one thing that is going on is West Ham are attacking. I do manage to get the block in. Romero also manages to get the block in. And Højbjerg will stab this away. And that is not the best pass from Kulusevski. Will Sessegnon get there? He will. Surprisingly, he will get there. And he will give it back to Højbjerg this time. Sessegnon continues his run. Kulusevski has it. Kane turns. Can he shoot? He can. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It should be 1-0. Harry Kane, the one person I wanted in that position. I'm kicking the ground. I'm absolutely furious. Harry Kane, you've got to stick that in the back of the net. Somehow, it is still West Ham 0, Tottenham 0. By Souček there, and then we have a gaping hole in the middle of the park. West Ham have a chance here. It's Cornet. He gives it to João Pedro. Gives it back to Cornet. Don't let the challenge. Yes, he does. Makes a good challenge from Eric Dyer. Thought he was going to give away a penalty there. Fortunately, he doesn't. Son looking for the run of Sessegnon. Finds Sessegnon. Can he get this away? Sessegnon with the ball in. Just cannot find that pass. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. The AI is so annoying because I want the cutback. I'm looking for the cutback for Son, and he just stays in line with the defender. So easily the defender is able to make a block, and there is literally nothing we can do. It is so frustrating. As now West Ham challenge us, but Romero makes a good challenge, and he will release Kane, who's offside. Interesting clearance from the goalkeeper. Son manages to get there, heads it on, looking for the run of Richarlison. Does not find the run of Richarlison, finds Højbjerg instead, who just gets muscled off of it by Souček in midfield, but he manages to find Emerson Royale, who's going to ping this in. It's Kane! Oh my word, I thought that was top bins there. A great diving header from Harry Kane, just wide. Oh, look how close that was. It was curving away from the goalkeeper. And knock this down the line. He does knock it down the line. Can he get there? He can't. He's absolutely knackered. And Johnson will get there first, and that is another opportunity that goes missing, but Basuma has it. Into Richarlison. Richarlison will strike. Another great save from the goalkeeper. We're getting close, but not close enough. Son is going to swing this in to the penalty area. Swing this in, he will. And Dyer, way over the bar. Doesn't manage to get the shot away. Falls to Richarlison, to Basuma, to Højbjerg. I'm looking for Harry Kane. Can't find him. There's too many West Ham players in the box. Richarlison will strike against the West Ham defender. Basuma will pick this up. Harry Kane, he will have the opportunity to strike again. Another West Ham player gets in the way. This is so frustrating. And it will end 0-0 here at the London Stadium. Again, we had chances. We hit the post. Just could not get that goal. West Ham 0, Tottenham 0. And in the games that we actually play, we are really struggling to get any goals whatsoever. We had 64% possession, 11 shots to West Ham's 1. Just cannot stick the ball in the back of the net. So here we go then. It's the big one for this episode. It's the home game against Manchester United. And as you can see, same formation as usual. I've just made one change from the team that drew with West Ham. That's Bentancur in for a slightly fatigued Basuma. But either way, sticking to what we normally know. And as for Manchester United, Dubravka in goal for them. They've got Dalot at right back, Shaw at left back, Varane, Maguire in the centre, Casemiro in that defensive midfield position with Fred and Fernandes in central midfield, Anthony, Ronaldo and Rashford, the front three. So Similar to the other big games, I am very excited, but I'm also quite nervous. We aren't scoring goals at the moment. We've got the firepower, we've got Kane, we've got Son, we've got Kulusevski, we've got Moura, Richarlison. We just can't find the back of the net. Let's hope for better against Manchester United. Ronaldo has it in the centre of the park, gives it to Fernandes. Emerson Royale, don't know where you're going. Rashford out wide, bit of a wonky cross in. Ronaldo almost wins it from Højbjerg, but fortunately we do manage to win that back, and Emerson Royale will have this now. And now there is a runner on the left-hand side, and it is Ryan Sessegnon. Going to try and cut inside. I've got options. I've got Højbjerg, and that is an unbelievable goal. A brilliant goal from Pierre-Emile Højbjerg to open up the scoring for Spurs. It's his first goal of the season. It's our first goal of the game. It's 1-0 Spurs, and just after I was saying we're struggling to score goals, we go and score in the opening 10 minutes. That is a brilliant, brilliant goal. I'm trying to shoot a little bit more from outside of the box because every time I seem to get it in the box, we seem to either just clatter into a defender or either just give it to the wrong person. So trying to shoot more from the outside of the box, and it worked there. In off the post from Højbjerg. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0. Bruno Fernandes has it. Ronaldo, nice little cheeky pass there, but fortunately Bentancur manages to intercept, and Dyer, what are you doing? That was supposed to be a ball out wide to Sessegnon, but clearly it did not go to him. And now Manchester United have an attack. Ronaldo gives it to Fred, but fortunately Dyer makes amends and wins that back. As Kane now will lay this off to Son. He's in here, he's got the pace on Harry Maguire. Can he make this 2? No. A brilliant opportunity, but he's... Oh, for crying out loud. Now he's offside. Oh, Son. A brilliant opportunity to make it 2-0. And he smashes it against the crossbar. Still 1-0. Still can't score more than 1 goal in a game. To Bentancur. Can he keep that in play? He can. Gives it to Kane. Looking for the run of Kulusevski. Finds Kulusevski. He's going to find Son. Surely it's 2-0. Tottenham 2, Manchester United 0. And we finally, after I don't know how many games of trying, we have finally scored more than 1 goal in a game. Heung-min Son with a tap-in. It's Tottenham 2, Manchester United 0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Fred has it here in the centre of the park. Gives it to Casemiro, but they bounce it back to Fred, to Ronaldo. Everyone just stepping off Ronaldo, but Dyer manages to get the challenge in. And here we go again. We've got options. Kane looking for Son. Finds Son. He's got so much more pace over Dyer. Can he string this one in? He can. It is 3-0. I spoke at the start of the game that we're struggling to score, and we've gone and put 3 past United inside the first half. I think it is working wonders that we've got Son just playing off Harry Maguire, who has absolutely no pace whatsoever, and Heung-min Son easily able to get round him and easily able to curl that one in. That is a tricky shot, but manages to get it done. It's his second. It's our third. It's Tottenham 3, Man United 0. Rashford has it. Doesn't seem to have anyone to pass to, so gives it back to Luke Shaw. Now Ronaldo to Fred, to Casemiro. United don't have too many options, and Højbjerg manages to get the block in. I'll tell you what, my players are earning their money here. This is definitely our best game of the season, and Sessegnon with absolutely acres of space to run into. I don't know what United are doing here, but either way, we have time. Sessegnon with 4. Tottenham with 4. Sessegnon with the goal. What is going on with Manchester United? They're all over the place. Sessegnon has just driven forward there. I don't know what United's defence are doing, but either way, I don't care. It's Tottenham 4, United 0. Look at this. What is their right back doing? Absolutely nothing. Harry Maguire as well. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about it, and Sessegnon just drives into their 6-yard box and scores to make it 4-0. Anthony has it now. On the wing. Gives it back to Dalot. Fred coming infield. Ronaldo now. Don't let him shoot from distance. We do. Lloris with a good save. United almost getting one back there. I do not want Ronaldo, of all people, shooting from outside of the box. Does manage to get the shot away, but Lloris with a good save. Looks like United are going to go short here. They do. Fred tries to fling that one in. Bruno Fernandes. Well over the bar. Nice little ball into Anthony. Stays on side, gets the cross in. Emerson Royale, you've got to win that. He does. Can we win the follow-up? No, we can't. Ronaldo out. Muscles Højbjerg. Another big shot from Cristiano Ronaldo outside the box. We've got to start limiting these. Sessegnon. I said earlier that we're getting a lot of space in the wing-back positions, and it's proving so because Sessegnon is absolutely knackered. So I'm going to bring on Ivan Perisic as our first substitution. With United having a corner, we do manage to get away. That's Perisic's first contribution to the game to get it away, but we don't get it away far enough. But fortunately, Eric Dyer makes the tackle on Ronaldo, and we will get away here. Emerson Royale into Bentancur, looking for the run of Kane. He's going to find Kulusevski, who is away here. Can we make this 5? We can. Kulusevski makes it 5-0 Tottenham. Unbelievable stuff. Harry Maguire is just getting done every single time with those through balls. I said at the beginning of the game we can't get any goals, and now we've gone and stuck 5 past United. Typical FIFA, eh? Where is he going to go with this one? Straight into Longley. What he's doing there. Either way, I don't mind, as we will have this. And again, acres of space in the wing-back positions. Emerson Royale will dive forward. He's pretty much dead on his feet. He'll look to play in Basuma. It's 6. It's Tottenham 6, United 0. And this is unbelievable. I don't know what is going on with Manchester United. Pretty much every single goal, I think, bar the Kulusevski goal that went through the middle, almost every single goal has come through that wing-back position. I don't know what United are doing. But Basuma with a lovely finish. And we are beating Manchester United 6-0. And that is the end of the game. We managed to get the win, of course, 6-0 to Spurs versus Manchester United. We don't even have the most possession. United had 56% possession. We had 44%. We had 8 shots. And yet we put 6 past United. 6 of those 8 shots ended up in the back of the net. So it was pretty even in terms of possession and shots, but they actually completed more passes than us. They completed 110 passes to our 54, yet somehow we ended up 6-0 up. And what a way to end today's episode. A 6-0 win over Manchester United. The first time I managed to score more than 1 goal in a game. Unbelievable. And fortunately, because of that 6-0 win, that will take us up into 3rd. We climb above Chelsea with 19 points now that we have a better goal difference than them. City still top on 21 points. Liverpool in 2nd on 20 points. We're in 3rd. Chelsea in 4th. Aston Villa up in 5th position. West Ham making up the top 6. Manchester United down in 8th. I actually thought they were in 11th. They're actually in 8th, but still poor performance from them. Arsenal down in 13th. And if we go down to the relegation spots, Leicester City down in 20th. So mirroring Leicester City's poor performance in real life as it is in FIFA. Crystal Palace in 19th and Leeds in 18th. So interesting stuff both at the top and the bottom of the table. But fortunately for us, after a difficult start to this episode, we round off with a 6-0 win against Manchester United. And as you can see, for the next episode, we are going to be starting off with a Europa Conference League game. Let's see what the other games are. So we've got a Europa Conference League game at home. We've got Everton away. We've got Leeds at home. Another game in the Europa Conference League away at Rennes. And we're going to finish off with an away game against Fulham. So I will probably sim that game, probably play the game against Rennes, and maybe sim one of these Premier League games. I'm not quite sure which one just yet, but either way, a jam-packed episode for our next episode. But thank you everyone for watching episode 4. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to give this video a like. Please feel free to subscribe. Any kind of interaction with this video does work wonders. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again next time.